Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. No, we're not going to be talking about the periodic table, but we did have the event today, right? No one showed up, and that's absolutely fine. But we will be doing another event next week. Another sip and plant. We're gonna do it again. I'm going to print some flyers out and just kind of, see what kind of crowd we can pull in. I literally didn't promote. The initial date was for the 14th. We pushed it back to today, right? But we are going to be doing open mics, spoken word, things like that. And we kind of discussed the other night about promoting yourself. And we also discussed, I think the night before last, about how we have to be open to really just putting ourselves out there. A part of the spiritual journey, and I don't want to be too astrological about this, but really it is in our birth charts, the things you need to work on, right? The things that would naturally be something that would be easy to you and vice versa. So let's just say if you're a Taurus, right? Taurus are known for liking lavish things, living the lavish lifestyle, liking money, being bullheaded, quote unquote, but still being nurturing and caring and loving, right? So as a child, if you would not want your kid to fall into the negative aspects of their chart, you wouldn't nurture those things. You would show them, how to be simplistic and how to appreciate and be grateful for the natural things in life, right? And not to be so materialistic. That's just one way, right? That's how you tweak that, right? You would nurture, them being expressive because they're not very expressive. So you would teach them healthy ways to cope and, express their thoughts and their emotions without being aggressive, because that too is in their nature, right? So that's just how you finagle that bagel. And we've talked about studying our birth charts, right? And really just having a better idea on how to understand ourselves and our journey outside of the traditional religious norms that, we've grown, to become acquainted with. We see ourselves through these religious, lens. We judge our own lives and our own instincts based off of the traditions and the status quo. But spirituality sometimes challenges that, and that is something that the Creator wants you to do, because the Creator is more than these religions that we know. You have to think, time is always in a capsule, right? It's always going to be one period over the other. So what we what we are considering to be history, right? That is just for our period, for our era, for our time frame, right? There are going to be times to come that are ahead of us when we are not even going to be a figment in the imagination of the people ahead, right? And it doesn't even have to be 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 years from now. It could just not even be in this cycle. It could be 10,000 years from now when the Creator does a great reset and everything that we've known before that period is washed away, wiped away, and a new thing starts. Okay, this has been happening since the beginning of time. That's why they say everything under the sun is not new, because we share this consciousness, but the physical aspect of it comes with a particular timeline. Okay, it's on the timeline. We are limited in the dimension that we're in currently. So we can only do but so much in this time. Okay? Another thing that is important for you to realize is that the reality that you're living out of currently isn't necessarily going to push you into the new. You have to put work in, internal work. You have to work on your spiritual self in order for some of those things to take place, because God is always going to bless you, protect you, guide you, give you everything you need. What's for you can't escape you, even if people try to block it, stop it, and delay it, right? All of that is true. However, you, remember, are assigned duties as well. And it is not anyone else's responsibility to conquer, the things that are assigned to you. Sure, you may have people who war in the spirit for you in this dimension, on this timeline, in other timelines, in other realities, right? That may be true. However, your responsibility, and believe you me, you will be penalized for the things that you're not doing that you know you are supposed to be doing. That's a fact. So I'm encouraging anyone who's listening to really tune in on how to be more obedient. And this conversation is mainly just about doing it, just getting it done. Like, let's start applying. And we kind of talked about this already. And we know, right, most of the support is going to come from people you don't know, right? Or people who can actually see what it is that you're doing, and they know a way that they can help you, especially if it's genuine, right? All that good stuff. And I just said today, I prefer my people to come from God. So I don't mind waiting. I don't mind waiting for my people to come straight from the Creator. It's no problem. But what I do appreciate is that this network, right, that we're about to start forming for this we're in a new season, y'all. We're in a new cycle. It occurred a few weeks ago. It's happening. All those old habits, we should be coming to a wrap with them. It's time to start doing new healthy things. And I think I said the other day that I was just excited about seeing people's transformations and just really starting to walk and experience the things that the Creator is orchestrating and has orchestrated. And a lot of us think we are distracted and stuck and lost and all of that. It's not true. It's not even warfare. It's just time for you to change the mentality and the places and the things, your desires, right? The things that you are putting yourself in the midst of, they have to absolutely change. You have to stop subjecting yourself to situations that have nothing to do with where you're going. Even if you feel like something is feeding your soul, it doesn't have to necessarily be feeding your soul. It could just be comforting you in a way that brings you ease and comfort when you're probably not even supposed to be comfortable. Maybe you are supposed to be uncomfortable. It's a part of the shedding process. This is a new version of yourself, right? This is a person you don't know. You're getting acclimated to the new energy. Everyone got an upgrade. The plants, the animals, us, all of the universe. There's a great shift, okay? It happened. We're in it. We're currently experiencing a new energy, and it's time to start expressing the things that dwell within us. Time is a ticking, right? And we don't have to necessarily understand it. We just have to know that the things we feel compelled to do, the things we feel called to do, the things that we feel like we really, really like are attracted to, especially if it's healthy, yeah, you might want to start investing a little bit of time, even if it's just 5 or 10 minutes a day, doing research on whatever that thing is, finding out what are the moving parts to get that thing started and get it going. Start building you a trustworthy, reliable team. And again, God's going to have those people. So sometimes you have to wait on the people to get certain things started, right? And that's fine. In the meantime, the things you know you need to work on, and this is also for me, like this is one of those things that's not coming from the creator for y'all. Like this is something I can say, like, yeah, I know exactly where he's taking me with this conversation because I'm experiencing it, right? I try to always remove myself from the topic because it's not about me. It's about what the creator wants me to say, what he's leading me to do. And this advice actually came from a reader, right? And I found that this was something that, yeah, it makes sense. It's in alignment, all right? But overall, it never occurred to me that the struggle and the fight for promoting yourself is also attracted to warfare, okay? Because it calls for your vibration to raise and become higher, okay? Because you're doing something new. You're allowing the creator to lift your spirit and your vibration. You're moving into a new vibration. So it's going to cause your aura or your energetic field to lighten and brighten up and get more vibrant. Okay? The darker entities can sense it in every aspect. Everything about you when you are walking towards and in actively your purpose, it calls for attacks. And you have to understand that this is a part of the journey. This is something that you literally have been placed here for this time, for this moment, this very moment. Everything that you are doing, good or bad, the creator has allowed you to do, wants you to do, even the things you feel was a mistake or you shouldn't have done. It's all a part of the jig, all right? And the jig is not going to be up until you get to the core of all of the things that you are connected to. Not just what you're supposed to be doing for a career, how many people you're supposed to be blessing. No, the people you're supposed to be connected to, the places you're supposed to be, the things you're supposed to think, the food you're supposed to eat, the way you're supposed to sleep, the things you're supposed to consume as far as your entertainment or just anything on your leisure. Everything is connected. Any one small thing out of line or out of order can disrupt. It can, not it will, it can. It's a possibility. You open yourself up to your vibration being lowered when you start trying to bring the old into the new, or when you're not allowing yourself to shift and break away from the old, or when you're not realizing that you're currently experiencing something that is right now. You cannot get this back. Lift the vibration, lift the mindset. Everything you want is attainable. Your physical reality will ultimately catch up. Okay, the bigger the dream, the longer it's going to take, because we're moving on a different time in this realm from the ethers, from your inner astral. It's multiple timelines working together. That's where the alignment comes into play. But again, you have to check in with the creator to make sure the things you want is the things that he said you're supposed to have and that he wants for you. That's one of the bigger things that a lot of people don't, like, they forget that part. That's also important. Tap in, because the vibration is crazy. You don't even really need money like that, because it's just everything all around you. Like, everything that you need and want, you can just simply call it in. That's the vibe we're on. If you're at the vibration, you can call in everything. But yeah, I'm going to get up out of here. I do love y'all. I hope y'all are enjoying y'all weekend. I hope y'all are drinking y'all water, eating y'all fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it's free. And y'all know I'm in this crazy shelter. We doing this again next week. Starting to do open mic too. Love y'all. Peace.